Did you know that one of the most famous symbols of the United States is a bell? Did you know that this bell, the Liberty Bell, is broken and that it doesn't ring? It doesn't ring, ring. No, you cannot hear this bell. How did it break? Hello everyone, and welcome back to English on Autopilot. And today we are going to talk about the Liberty Bell. That's right, one of America's most important symbols. This bell is about 250 years old. It's very old. And it is broken. It is broken. This bell is a very important symbol in the United States. Back in the year 1752, when the United States did not exist, back in 1752, the United States belonged to England. The United States was not a country. No. It was divided, it was broken into 13 colonies. And in arguably, maybe, the most important colony, Pennsylvania, is where they wanted the bell to be. In 1752, the leaders of the local government, the people in charge, ordered a bell from London. The bell came to Pennsylvania all the way from London this year in 1752. They wanted the bell to go on top of a very important building. The building was where the government of Pennsylvania was. They wanted the bell to go on top of the building. This building, after a few years, in the year 1776, became known, it was named Independence Hall. Today, this building is still there, and it is still called Independence Hall. Why Independence Hall? Because in this building is where the founding fathers of the United States signed the Declaration of Independence. They all signed it. In 1776, the United States left. It broke up with England. It became independent. Independence Hall. There was, of course, a war fought over the United States separating with England. And the United States won. Don't worry, there will be another video about the Revolutionary War. Also, in this building, they wrote the Constitution. These are laws, rules in the United States across the entire country. They are very important rules, and they wrote them here. in Independence Hall. Now, back to the Liberty Bell. They wanted the bell to go on top. And when the bell arrived, they wanted to test. They wanted to hear the sound. They wanted to ring the bell. And the first time they rang the bell, ring, ring, it broke the first time. Very bad. But two men who were metal workers, because the bell is made of metal. These men, they said, we can fix it. No problem. And they did. These two men have their names written on the Liberty Bell. One man was named John. John. The other man was named John. Yeah, I'm serious. Both were named John. So, when you go see the Liberty Bell, you will see John Pass and John Stowe written on the Liberty Bell. Also written on the Liberty Bell is a quote from the Bible that refers to freedom, of everyone being free. Are you seeing a pattern? All of these symbols have to do with freedom and liberty, and it was important, super important to the United States. Now, the bell was fixed and it rang. Ding, ding, you could hear it. They would ring the bell, ring, ring, on important days. For example, when they signed the Declaration of Independence in 1776, they rang the bell. They would ring it on important days, like, for example, America's birthday. On America's birthday, every year, they would ring the Liberty Bell to celebrate. Do you remember America's birthday? You should watch the video on it after this one. It is July 4th. It is July 4th, and they would ring the bell to celebrate. But something bad happened. Years later, the bell started to crack. Again, in the early 1800s, 1810, 1820, people started to see a crack. And oh no, it was not good. It was very bad. The crack got bigger and bigger. Bigger and bigger. There is a rumor where people make a rumor, it's not 100% true. People say, it cracked on George Washington, our first president, on his birthday. But I don't think it's true. Most people don't think it's true. Around 1850, the crack was so big that you could no longer hear the Liberty Bell. It was silent. Why did it break? The Liberty Bell is made of two metals, tin and copper, and they are mixed together, which is a strong mixture, but brittle, weak. And because the Liberty Bell was outside, the weather was sometimes very hot, sometimes very cold, and the metal expanded, it expanded, and then it shrunk. It expanded and it shrank. And eventually it cracked. But although the Liberty Bell was silent, it was still very important in the United States. Abolitionists, which are people that fought against slavery in the United States, used it as a symbol and said, until the bell or America is fixed and comes together, there is no liberty or freedom in the country. The Liberty Bell traveled. It traveled all around the country. It traveled. It went all around the country for people to see. And today, you can see it. The Liberty Bell is outside of Independence Hall. It is outside, and now there is no bell. There's no Liberty Bell up there. It is outside. And you can see it and see the names written on the Liberty Bell. Have you seen the Liberty Bell? Would you like to? Put it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to keep watching more comprehensible input right here, and we will see each other in the next video. Bye, everyone.